I'm going to teach you how you can fix a paint peel. I'm going to use some regular fiberglass Bondo. Make sure you do this in a well ventilated area. This stuff is nasty. Get something to take the stuff out of the can. You're not going to need a lot. As soon as you get the stuff out, close the can because it's really bad smell. It can make you sick. If you can, while this stuff cures, close off the room. And don't let anybody in there and have the windows open. That should be enough. Don't need too much. Okay, close up the can. You'll know you have enough hardener because when you mix it together, the color will change. You don't have much working time with this stuff, so you got to put it on right away. See how the color changed? It's not green anymore. Get your spatula, scrape it up. Come over to the wall, spread it in the area. You might have to do this a few times to fill in the hole. And then after it cures, you come back, sand it smooth, and you repaint it. And it's probably going to take a minimum of 3 coats of paint in the area to fully hide the damage. When you remove the excess, you want to try to do it as light as possible, because if you don't, it'll pull it out of the hole. Just keep playing with this until you get it the way you want it. See, it keeps doing stuff like that. You want to try to get rid of those, or it's perfectly smooth looking. Looks like I got it there finally. All those imperfections are gone. If you liked the video so far, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will share it with others. You can also use drywall spackling and do the same process, but I'm using the Bondo because I don't have any spackling right now, and I don't have any other use for the Bondo, so I might as well use it up. After it dries, you want to lightly sand it with 220 sandpaper. I'm going to show you my secret trick for feathering. This is my version of feathering. Other videos, they do it differently, and they spread it out around here to blend it in. I had this paint match from a sample. They usually never get it right, so we'll see how good they did on their mixing job. Take a brush, and you want to put the paint just on the tip of the brush. That's it. And you come over to it, and you press in like that and move back and forth. And what that will do is when it dries, it will give it the look that it was rolled, even though you're using a brush. Like that. It'll look like it was rolled. This is a trick that I came up with. You'll probably have to go and get more paint. Don't go too fast. Keep it flat as you do it like this. As you can see there, it looks just like it was rolled, but this is a brush. This is great for doing small areas, especially like around doorknobs and stuff like that on doors. You can tape off the doorknob with a deadbolt. Then you can tap brush around it just like that, and it looks like you rolled it. But the best way I would recommend to do that, just take the lock off so you can roll the paint on the door properly. But if it's too complicated or you're not sure if you'll be able to put the lock back on properly and have it functioning, then you can do that. If you want, you can put primer down. The paint I got here is paint and primer in one, so I don't have to worry about the primer. What I do too is after it dries a little bit, I might go over it again like this. It's going to take several coats to blend it in properly to give it the look that it was rolled. It won't come out on the first coat because there's a new finish underneath there, the Bondo, so it's smooth. There was never any paint there. Over here it's been built up with many layers, so it has more of the rolled look. Have to let that dry and come back. If you sand it again, stay away from the area where you put the first coat of paint at, because you don't want to scratch that off. I'm going to put a second coat again, the same process. Dab it on. I'm going to put it a little thicker this time to try to hide some of the imperfections. That's the second coat. Let that dry, and then I'll come back again, see how it looks, and probably put a third coat. Now I'm going to do the third and final coat. I'm going to put a lighter coat for the third coat and try to focus it just in the area where I did the repair at. I'll let that dry and then I'll come back so you can all see how it looks for the final finish. The peel was right here. You can see a little bit of it there, but it looks a lot better. If you want, you can keep painting over it until the texture from the paintbrush or the roller, you can use a roller if you want, so that the texture from the roller looks like the wall. It blends in better like over here. That's up to you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, and if you have any suggestions for a future video, leave a comment.